Alright guys, first official hunt of the year on public tonight. I'm super stoked. Beautiful evening. It's real cool. We had a cold front come through last night. When I see a cold front come through, I know it's time to get in the woods. So most of the early season I spend a lot of time on public. Then when it gets towards the rut, I go back to private and public a little bit. Just depends on the situation, but acorns are dropping pretty heavy right now. Have found a few scrapes. I don't think they're getting into that too much. I still think they're on the bed to feed pattern. I'm gonna go to a spot that I hunted here last year, and I saw a bunch of really nice bucks. There's about a couple 3.5-year-olds. They should be older this year, hopefully a bit bigger. There were several other deer too, so hoping they're back there. It's got oaks in the woods too. I found a rub line going right to the open area that they were feeding in. I'm hoping we get a few deer coming through right before dark, feeding under those oaks before they go out into the open area. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna get heading that way, and hopefully we see some deer tonight. There's a deer right there. I was coming up on the spot that I wanted to hunt this evening. There's a deer right here. I don't know what it is. Probably a doe, if I had to guess. So that's pretty cool. I've walked all the way back in here, and there's a deer. I think this is an oak tree right here, and I think this deer is feeding under this oak at about like 4 o'clock in the evening. So must mean they're pretty comfortable back here, being out in the daylight underneath this oak. I don't see her anymore. She might have moved off. Like a bobcat bed or something, or like where a fawn's been laying. Well, that rub's not very high up, but it's on a pretty decent sized tree, and that's fresh. Hopefully these bucks are out here in this field and I can get a look at them, but it is dead quiet. I mean dead quiet, so it's gonna be a challenge. There's another rub right here and right there from last year. And that one I just found is right there behind me. And when I went and looked at this open area right here, there were bucks in here pretty thick. So that's what I've kind of learned about hunting early season for bucks. It seems like when you got a group of bucks, good sized bucks, you'll find their sign and you'll find where they're at. And they've been traveling all through here to this area up here. So there's another old rub over there. There's a rub right here. I mean, it's just solid deer traffic. spring, and I think next year they're gonna be gobblers, so that'll be good. As far as the deer though, y'all, there's an absolute stud out here tonight. I cannot get it on video. I got one of the 8-pointers on video. He's pretty nice. I thought that was the deer I was looking at, and he's not that big. There was a nice 6-pointer too, real nice 6-pointer. But man, the 8-pointer, he was a stud. He for sure shooter. I'm gonna have to figure out a game plan as to cut these deer off, because they went across this field and then they came back across this field, and I think they may have went up the field or back where they came from. I need to get them before November gets here, in case they disperse and decide to go somewhere else. Seems like they're using this right through here. Those rubs I showed you guys earlier, it seems like they're using them, but I just wonder if they're using this every day, or if they're coming through there every day. I almost want to go see if there's a group of oak trees or something that they're eating at as it gets dark over here. I might go to the edge of this field and glass it. This field is on private, and I'm trying to see if they'll come on to public and cross in front of me as they go to some oaks. I thought about hunting oaks tonight, but I didn't want them getting there as it was getting dark. I'd hate to bump a deer like that, I really would. I'm gonna pack up, make a game plan. We'll see what we can do tomorrow, or maybe next time we can get over here. So I'm set up in a different spot than I was last night. I think the tree I was sitting at last night was just right over my shoulder here to the left, but got to looking around at this area, and there's a sort of a fence crossing over here, and there's a pretty decent, probably a waist-high rub from a few weeks ago it looked like, but there's all kinds of rubs out in front of me where it seems like they're traveling through here. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to sit here and play my cards right, get some different wind directions. There's an oak tree right to my right, and I'm hoping this time don't have a plan. I'm just hoping they come in the woods. If they do come in the woods, maybe they'll come out of this opening and they'll come by this oak tree right here. So weather still feels great. Hopefully they do something different tonight. Unless anything else happens, I think that's going to do it for tonight. So far, I've seen a bunch of gobblers, and that one 8-pointer looked like it was pretty good seeing that little 8-pointer. Oh, there's a deer right there. I was gonna say I've only seen a little 8-pointer and some gobblers, and I think that's the same deer. It's just him though. It's kind of weird. I didn't see any other deer tonight besides him. I think it's actually a 6-pointer, but that's gonna do it for tonight. Didn't see those deer that I saw yesterday, but actually I've seen 3 bucks today. I bumped 2 in this open area earlier, and they ran off, so he makes 3. Not near as many deer as last night, and I saw at least 3 of them that were way bigger than these deer, these bucks, so